Coach, Zion's first back-to-back tonight. What's the plan for him?
Oh, we'll just see, but we're just going to start him out playing with his normal minutes, and we'll see how it goes from there.
What do you think is the key for him in this matchup with Lucas? Such a hyped meeting between these two.
I doubt if they're going to be guarding each other anytime during the game, so I'm not real sure how it's a Luka Zion matchup. I mean, that's you guys create that. We're just going to play, and Drew will spend more time guarding him than probably anybody else, and so we're going to play our way. They're going to play their way, but it's not really a Luka Zion matchup.
After last night, obviously a disappointing loss, tough back-to-back. What are your words of wisdom to your team right before they take the floor?
Oh, I think it's the same thing every night. We have to play with pace, cannot turn the ball over, and we got to do a much better job of guarding the basketball and keeping it out of the paint.
Which has been a lot of negative narrative the last 24 hours. What positives can you take out of the game last night?
Well, I thought offensively, obviously we were able to score a ton of points, but it doesn't matter if you're giving up a ton of points. So I thought that everything came easy at the start of the game, and because of that, we didn't have the intensity defensively that we needed. We're playing a really good team tonight. They've got, wins just over about every great team in the league. So they're a very capable team. So we have to manage our turnovers for sure. And the last time we played here, obviously, it was a disaster.
3 of the last 4 games, the fourth quarter has been an issue as far as scoring the basketball. Is it coming down to just making shots, or do you have to give credit to the defense that the opponent has?
Well, I thought last night we just had so many shots that we've been making, the last month or so, that we just didn't make. But that being said, that's why you have to be good defensively, so that when you go through the tough stretches where you're not scoring, that you still have the ability to stay in the game because of your defense. And so that's got to be the narrative for us, is that regardless of what the situation is, we still got to be able to guard the basketball, rebound the basketball, which we've done lately, and that way you can stay in the game.
Luka has had some pretty big games against you guys this season. I know nobody has really had a lot of answers on slowing down this year, but what are just the points of emphasis against him?
Well, you got to try as much as you can to keep him out of the paint, and that's easier said than done. When you think about his body type and where he is, he's just a really big, strong guy that's very gifted from a basketball IQ standpoint. So, but we have to play good team defense. We have to be pulled in, knowing that we're going to have to get out because they've got 3-point shooters. But we have to try to have him see multiple sets of eyes when he starts on his drive, because if not, he's just really strong and has the ability to make plays, as well as anybody in the league, really. If you look at what he's done from a scoring standpoint, rebounding standpoint, and assist standpoint for a young kid that's not even 21 yet, I don't think, that's a heck of a deal to be closing in on averaging a triple-double. So, there's a lot of things that he can do, but you got to try to limit him in some way.
Coach, apologies if you've already been asked this, but with Zion, you've had a lot of these games where there's been matchups, Zion versus LeBron or Zion versus this. How do you coach your team to kind of stay in the moment with that?
Yeah, they asked that one. This has nothing to do with Zion matching up with Luka matching up with Zion. It's 2 kids that are very good players that's playing in a basketball game. I mean, you guys are matching a forward up with a guard and a point guard, and so that usually doesn't happen. I mean, they're 2 good players that's playing in a game. They might occasionally be on each other because of switch situations or transition situation, but this is not about Zion, and it's not about Luka matching up with each other. All right, thank you.